Welcome back, cruisers.
Welcome back.
So today we are actually in the island of St. Thomas. So we are on a 3-week journey right now, and we are on the last leg of it. So we started out on Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas for 2 weeks, and on Saturday I was checking my email and saw there was an offer for a Carnival celebration. It was a casino offer, so I just had to pay taxes and port charges. Royal Caribbean Explorer actually came back to the wrong pier, and we were going to have to take transportation to the parking garage, and it sounded like it was going to be a mess. So I was like, that paired with a free cruise offer, Austin and I decided we're going with the free cruise offer. So yeah, so here we are now on the Carnival celebration for the second time. We were on the inaugural sailing, which I'm going to be quite honest with you, it wasn't our favorite cruise, and I think it's because it was brand new, so there were, some glitches here and there. But I'm going to say this week, it's been pretty perfect. Almost.
Yeah, almost perfect.
So we did have a little bit of trouble with our shore excursions this week on Carnival, I have to say. The first stop, where was our first stop?
Amber Cove.
Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. So we had planned a safari truck and kind of like the Sea Bob Power Snorkel, and they canceled it because they said that the weather was treacherous and we weren't going to be able to snorkel. So okay, understand, because I definitely don't want to be snorkeling in any treacherous conditions. So we went ahead, we canceled, and then we rebooked for hiking to the Damajwa. I'm saying that completely wrong. Damahagua. That's probably really close. To the falls and dune buggies, and that was a lot of fun. But the hike part of it, I should have thought a little bit better about that. What do you think?
Yeah, that was a lot of hiking.
We had to climb 400 steps, they said, to get up to the top of the waterfalls. And actually we got up to a point where we got to rest for about 5 minutes. And then the craziest thing, we started walking down steps. We probably went down at least 100 steps. So I was like, whoa, there had to have been an easier way. But there wasn't, because it was kind of like going across the river. So you had to go up and around.
Yeah.
But holy cow, you really need to be in shape for that. And I'm really not, especially going on the 3rd week of buffet. So anyway, but it was a lot of fun. We were like sliding down the rocks into the river. Like, how was that river, Austin?
It was freezing.
Yeah, like not just like freeze. It was like ice cubes. Like when I hit the water, it was breathtaking, and not in a good way. Anyway, so that was our tour there. And then yesterday, we actually spent the day in San Juan, Puerto Rico, which we actually loved. I don't know, I did. What do you think?
Yeah, it was really good. And we walked from the ship terminal all the way. It was about a 15-minute walk to the fort. And then from there, we explored. And then after that, we walked another 15 minutes to the next fort.
Yeah, we loved the first one so much. We were like, oh, it looks like it's super close. Let's just walk to that one. It was really hot, though.
Yeah. And then after the second fort, we walked down the streets of Puerto Rico, and we tried to go to the street with the umbrellas, but there weren't any umbrellas because there was some holiday.
Yeah, it was called Christmas. Christmas was called the holiday. But it doesn't seem like Christmas because A, we're in the Caribbean, and B, it is February 1st. But they said their holiday runs a little bit longer, and they will not have the umbrellas up until after February 20th. So if you're in Puerto Rico, in San Juan, and you're looking for the street with the umbrellas, and you are here prior to February 20th, don't waste your time, because you won't see them. Unless you're here at night. If you're here at night, they do have the street lit at night, and it looks like it would be beautiful. There are so many lights and doves and whatever, so it looks like it would be really pretty. Yeah. So if you're here at night in Puerto Rico, I would say go down and check it out. Okay, so today we are in our last stop, which is St. Thomas. Yes, so we're super excited about that. And what are we going to do, Austin?
Today we are going to a catamaran.
We're going to go snorkeling. We're going to go see some turtles and rays in a cove. It is not what we were intending to do today. We did have an excursion We got a notice in our door last night after 8 o'clock when the shore excursion desk was already closed, which was really annoying, saying that they canceled it for lack of participation. They didn't have enough people signed up, and they literally had nothing else to book.
Yeah.
So I went to the shore excursion desk this morning, and they had 2 spots from a cancellation for this snorkeling that we're about to do. And I jumped on it so we have something to do. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. But we were super sad because Austin was going to get to try flyboarding, and that would have been really cool. But next time. Okay, so that's pretty much our excursions here on the celebration. The shows. The shows have been amazing. We saw a circus show, which was really cool last night. Okay, so the only problem with that, with the circus last night, was the seating. The seating is absolutely horrible. I don't know that there's really a good seat in the house there. They have it like in the main central area, which is kind of crazy. I feel bad for the performers because the performers are super talented, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
What they were doing was amazing, but the space is wrong for the viewers and the performers.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else we got? The Flying Scotsman show last night was unbelievable. Chris Williams is going to be taking over for Lee, the cruise director, on the Carnival celebration next week. So they're doing their handoff this week. So we have both of them kind of here around the ship, which is fun. But oh my gosh, he is incredible. It is honestly the best show that I've seen on Carnival ever. Okay, another really fun show was Family Feud. Family Feud Live is a great time. You can actually audition. If you get chosen, you get to be one of the families on the stage, or if you're here with friends, they can group you up. I don't know. It's so much fun though. They have 3 shows and they're all amazing and so much fun. I actually went to all 3 of them. Austin went to 1? Yeah, Austin went to 1. It was fun, but I had more fun. I don't know. I grew up watching the show, so it was really cool. Okay, so that was pretty much everything, not everything that we've done. We've done a lot, but that's just kind of highlights from this week on Carnival Celebration. Now let's talk about the Explorer of the Seas, and I'll go in reverse because it'll be easier to remember. So, the disembarkation from Explorer to Carnival was super cool. It was so easy, it was unbelievable. We got off of the Explorer. That was kind of crazy though, because with the changing of the ports, like I said, you had to, they told everybody you should get off early so you can get the shuttle to go from the one terminal to where you parked your car. So it was kind of like crazy. The elevators were jam-packed, and people were having to carry their luggage down the stairs. So I don't suggest self-checkout or self-assist. I would check your luggage in. I was really glad that we did when I saw everybody trying to carry their luggage down. So we got into the terminal, we got a porter, and he was so nice, and we asked if it was possible for him to take our luggage for us from the Explorer to the Celebration. And it was cool because they were literally nose to nose, like when we pulled into port. So it was cool. It only took us like 5 minutes to get from one to the next. It was just as close as going to the parking garage. Okay, so the security process. We were less than 24 hours out from booking to when we were boarding. So we had to go through extra security process. They did like a little pat down. They took all my Gatorade away. I was kind of upset about that because we accumulated a lot of Gatorade on Royal Caribbean with the Diamond Plus perks. But so we were going to take that and put it in the fridge in Carnival, but they took it from us, which is super weird because when we got on the ship yesterday in Puerto Rico, I walked in with a bottle of Gatorade from the island and they didn't even say a word, and it was in my hand as I was walking through. So I don't know, maybe they just wanted Gatorade that day. Or maybe it really isn't allowed. I don't know. I know you can bring cans. You can bring a 12-pack of soda on Carnival. They said you can bring canned juice also, not juice in a bottle. So keep that in mind. Okay, Explorer of the Seas highlights. Ice skating show. Definitely loved that. And to go with that, an activity that Austin loved.
Ice skating.
Yeah, he loved ice skating. So the first time he tried it was Symphony of the Seas.
Allure of the Seas.
Oh, Allure of the Seas. And it didn't go so well. I mean, he didn't leave the side at all. In fact, I don't think he even picked his feet up. He just kind of did like, the shuffle with the feet and held on to the railing. So anyway, this time he actually made it across the ice, so that was exciting for him. What else did we do?
Flow riding.
Oh, how could I forget the flow rider? Stand-up surfing. He did stand-up surfing. He did awesome. He was up for at least a minute, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Oh, Austin went to the teen club this time. He usually doesn't. Sometimes he will. Most of the time, he does not. This time he did, and it was super cool because he met a couple friends, and they had a great time. I mean, I felt kind of bummed in a way on that second week of the Explorer of the Seas because I really didn't see much of him. He was having so much fun though, I didn't mind. So yeah, they were great buddies. They even went to dinner one night together in the dining room, and so yeah, it was fun. I was happy about that. So anyway, the Explorer of the Seas second week was a lot of fun. It was great with new friends, and where did we visit? Do you remember?
We visited Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
That's right. Okay, so in Bonaire, we did an open air bus to a beach. We saw some baby flamingos, and that was about it. We sat on a picnic bench, listened to people talking about inappropriate things before we walked away and went to look over at the coastline and found some conch shells and whatever.
Yeah.
It was okay, but it wasn't really that fun. And I definitely don't recommend that one.
All right, now Curacao. That was our favorite tour.
Yeah.
And what we did was it was an off-road truck, and basically we sat down and we went through this off-road part of Curacao through like this dusty desert terrain, and we did like lots of donuts and crazy maneuvers.
Yeah, it was super crazy. Watch out for that video because that one's going to be fun and beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the video from that is going to be absolutely amazing. So watch out for that one for sure.
After we did the desert, we went through the cave. They stopped at a cave and they let us walk in, and there were bats flying everywhere, and a bat peed on Mom.
I'm not really sure. I did definitely get wet. There was, it could have been from the stalagmites or I don't know. They were flying and then I was wet. Anyway, that was super fun. And on the way back, they actually went to the area where all the flamingos congregate and hang out. And yeah, so that was really cool to see too.
There was also a little bit of like an inlet in the shore where the waves crashed and flew up into the air.
Oh my gosh, yes, that was awesome. Like I said, that Curacao video, you're 100% going to want to check that one out. And yeah, and that will definitely be an excursion to take for sure. I highly recommend it. So in Aruba, we went to the, gosh, what was that called? Kanuku, I don't know.
Bus.
Yeah, I'm saying it wrong, but it was the party
bus.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually on the party bus.
We stopped at the chapel, and I think we stopped
the lighthouse.
At the lighthouse.
Yep. And then we went to the beach, Arashi Beach. Yep.
And
we got some chicken tenders because you can't really get chicken tenders anywhere else, right?
Yeah, I know.
So we got some chicken tenders there at the beach bar, and we didn't go swimming. We just decided we just wanted to lay out on the beach. We found a nice shady spot.
They had Wi-Fi.
Yep. Found some friends that we met on the Explorer of the Seas the week before. We met John and his wife. They were on the Explorer back-to-back also. Actually, I think they went 3 weeks in a row. So yeah, so I ran into him snorkeling. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, then we headed back, and I definitely recommend it though, especially if you like the beach. It was a nice beach, but it was super crowded. So if there's a lot of ships in port, I would not go to Arashi Beach. Eagle Beach was much closer, and I think you can just take a taxi there for a few dollars. Somebody was saying it was like $2 to take a taxi, so you might want to look into that.
Yeah.
I would recommend that over Arashi. Also at Arashi Beach, which I was kind of annoyed that they didn't include in the admission tickets, the beach chairs and the umbrella. It was $10 for each beach chair and $20 for the umbrella. So I mean, for $40, and we were there for, it was supposed to be an hour and a half. We wound up being there for 2 hours. It's a lot of money for nothing. So we just found like nice chairs to sit in, and then at one point we were laying on our towels, hanging out at the beach, and it was perfect. All right, and one of my favorite weeks of the sailing was our first week because we got to meet up with our friends from New Jersey. We met them on the Odyssey of the Seas, and we have now sailed with them, I think 3 times. 4 times I have maybe. And we also met up with them in Coco Cay when we were on different ships. So that was a lot of fun. We had a great time all week with them. Some of the excursions we did there to look out for was in Nassau. We did the
Speedboat.
The speedboat. That was a lot of fun. I took Austin and his friend Aaliyah. We went on the speedboat Thriller. It was a lot of fun. I recommend that, especially if you have kids. And if you're afraid like it's going to be too bumpy or something, the swells were huge that day, and it was not. It was very like
Fun.
Yeah, it was good, and my back's not the best. It was okay though. Probably our favorite excursion this week was in Labadee.
We did the parasail.
We did the parasail, and actually the parasailing has been canceled several times that we've been to Labadee this past year, but parasailing was so much fun. I definitely recommend that, right? Would you say?
And it was super windy that day, but once they get you up in the air, you can't even hear the wind or feel
Oh my gosh.
It's just like silent.
You'll have to watch for that video because it was really funny. So we got on the parasail and we hadn't even launched up into the area, and a big gust of wind came and blew us over, and I was like hanging onto the side, and Austin was like on top of me, and we were like falling over the side, and the guys like trying to pull our ropes back up. We like barely hung on. It was hysterical, and that was right before we even started our turn to go up. Yeah, it was so much fun though. That's gonna be a good video. All right, Falmouth, Jamaica. I did give you guys a little bit of an update there on the Margaritaville. We were super disappointed because we were just gonna hang out at Margaritaville, get some nachos, hang at their pool. It was closed, so that was a bummer, but that's okay. We've done so much. We were happy just to walk around the shops, and yeah, we came back on the ship and chilled. So it wound up being a good day, just not the day that we had expected, which a few of the days have come up like that, you know, with the canceled tours and so forth. So I would say pack your patience, go with the flow, and you'll have a lot of fun. Okay, so that was just a little update on what Austin and I have been up to for the past 3 weeks. We've been on the go, on the go, on the go. We have so much coming up though, lots of editing to do and videos to put out for you guys. We're heading out right now. Like I said, we have an excursion in St. Thomas. It departs in 30 minutes. We have to be on the pier in 15. And I think we're gonna wind up being close to on time, but running down the pier as always. So yeah, we're gonna go check it out, and we'll let you know how that goes, and we'll have that one coming back for you soon too. All right, take care. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell and see where we're going next. Bye for now.